Hello everyone, I'm Heather and I'm filming this video from our cruise on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas. It is currently Thursday, August 22nd, 2024 when I'm filming this. The ship is literally just a month old when we took this cruise, and I'm filming this from my stateroom on the last night of the cruise. And as has become our tradition, I'm making a video of our 3 best and 3 worst things about this cruise, and I'm going to get this up for you right away when I get home this weekend so that you have it to watch as soon as possible, since this is a new ship and I know a lot of people are eager to know about it. Okay, again, this video is based on our experience. It was me and my 3 kids, who are all basically adults, on this cruise. We were in 2 side-by-side staterooms on deck 8. This was a 4-night Bahamas cruise on Utopia of the Seas. We discussed this over dinner tonight, and this is what we came up with for the 3 best and 3 worst things. And I just want to tell you right up front, this is our opinion, and so other people may have a different opinion, but this is how we felt about it. Okay, so let's start with the 3 best things. Number 1 best thing is the ship. The ship is brand spanking new. It's really nice. It's in really good condition. We've obviously never cruised on a ship this new before. This is the newest ship we've ever been on. It's in pristine condition. Everything is spotless, immaculate, works great. The drawers, the cabinets, the little wavy hand things at the bathroom doors, everything works really well. It's very pretty and nice and new and clean. So the ship is the number 1 best thing about this cruise. The number 2 best thing about this cruise was our experience and the food in the main dining room. Now, we liked the food everywhere on the ship, but I'm going to specifically highlight the main dining room because we had a really good experience in our main dining room. We did eat in the main dining room every night for dinner, so all 4 nights. Tonight was actually our least favorite night, just for the food, but we liked the food a lot in the main dining room. It was very good quality food. It was presented well. It was always very neat and attractive looking, the way it was plated. We did also eat in the main dining room one morning for breakfast and one morning for brunch. Yeah, it was breakfast on the 2nd day and brunch on the 3rd day on our sea day. So we ate in the main dining room 6 times. And we never ate dinner anywhere else. We had set dining time at early seating, which was 5 o'clock, which proved to be a very relaxed, nice time to eat. And in fact, after the first night, there were so few other passengers in the section of the dining room that we were in that our servers were actually kind of bored, and they came over and chatted with us for a significant period of time every night at dinner. So that was really nice because we got to talk to them more and stuff, and they were great. Which brings me to the other aspect of it besides the food, which was our main waiter, Neville, and our assistant waiter, Michelle. And I would say especially Michelle. Michelle was absolutely fantastic. She was a terrific assistant waiter. We talked to her the most. There was a little bit of a language barrier with Neville. I'm not even remembering where he's from. But anyway, so I think he had a little trouble with our English. But Michelle was fantastic, and we really enjoyed having her as our assistant server. And just the service in the main dining room as a whole on this ship was fantastic. It was probably the most efficient main dining room service I've ever experienced on a cruise. They were very quick. The food was always hot. It always looked really nice. Like I said, it always tasted good. And if we had, if we didn't have any issues with the food, so we never had to send anything back or anything like that. And they were really on top of it. And even being only a 4-night cruise, they still kind of got to know us a little bit and what we liked, and could have kind of anticipate what we would want. And there were a couple times where we changed our mind about something, or we asked for an additional thing, like after they had already brought stuff, and they brought it very quickly. We never had to wait very long at all. We still were in the dining, just because we ate at a leisurely pace and took our time, we still were in the dining room probably about 75 to 90 minutes a night. But that was by our own choosing, just because of, we were enjoying eating and having a good experience, and we didn't need to be anywhere any faster than that. So the main dining room experience and the food on the ship was our 2nd best thing. The 3rd best thing was the ice show. The ice show was absolutely phenomenal. We were so impressed with the ice show. This was probably, I would say, the best ice show I've seen on a Royal Caribbean ship, and I've seen ice shows on 4 or 5, maybe, yeah, I think 5 different Royal Caribbean ships now, and this one was my favorite. It was really, really good. We liked it so much that we went to it a second time tonight. And we're actually really glad we did that, because the first night we saw it was the first night of the cruise. And we're glad that this was the last show that we got to see, because it was our favorite. We liked the ice show the most of the 3 main shows, which were the ice show, the main stage show in the theater, and the aqua theater show. And the ice show was by far our favorite, and we liked it very much. So I'm really glad we got to go to that a second time. We purposely sat on the other side of the theater to get a different angle, and on the first night we sat really low down close to the ice, and this time we sat higher up to give ourselves a different perspective. I have to specifically say that the ice performers, the skaters, the ice dancers, whatever, were amazing. They were very, very skilled and talented, and what really blew our minds was they also, maybe not all of them, and maybe, but we recognized at least several, if not all of them, in the Aqua Theater show as well. They were those performers too. And I'm pretty sure at least some of them were also the dancers in the main stage show All In. So that kind of blew our minds, because even after the first night of seeing the ice show, Andrew said to me, how do you get this job? Like, what is the job description for this? And I said, I almost wonder if they pull these people from like the Olympics or something, because they're that good. But then when we saw them they were definitely in the Aqua Theater show, and then we were doing something completely different. And then we saw them, dancing in the main stage show too. We're like, what on earth? And last night, actually, at the Aqua Theater show, we said to each other, we think they just put in a posting for crazy people that are, up for anything, and then they train you when you get here. I mean, we don't know. We have no idea how they're getting people that are such good skaters and also performers in the Aqua show, because they have to be divers, and they're very, very fit. I'll tell you that. They're in really good physical shape. But I didn't necessarily love the main stage show or the Aqua Theater show, but I was still impressed and have great respect for the performers and their athleticism and how, talented, and they're able to do things in so many different areas. So, and we really loved the ice show. So that was the third best thing. Okay, 3 worst things. Number 1, the cruise was too short. So these are 4 and 3 night cruises. We have no idea how anybody does a 3-night cruise. Our 4-night cruise was too short. We're wishing it was going longer. Today, the 4th day, the last day of our cruise, was our favorite day. We had the most fun and enjoyed ourselves today the most. And so we're really bummed now that the cruise is ending, because this was our favorite day, and now we wish we could stay longer. And I mean, Ben just said there's so many places on the ship. As we were walking to go do something, he's like, I haven't seen this. What's this? There's so many places on the ship he still hasn't explored because it's so big. And we finally got kind of into the groove of the cruise here on day 4. And we've done a lot of 4-night cruises before, but I think unless it is a ship like this or like the Disney Wish, where they only do 3 and 4-night cruises, I don't think I want to do 4-night cruises anymore. I don't want to do anything that's less than 5, 6, or 7 nights, because I really just kind of feel like a 4-night is too short for us at this point. So the fact that it was too short was a negative. The second worst thing about this cruise was it's too loud. And what I mean by that is not just that there's music blaring different places. I mean, that's true. That's true on a lot of ships. And I mean, there's still plenty of places where you could go where the music was more mellow or subdued, or it was a little quieter, and times of day that it would be quieter. What I actually mean by this ship was too loud was there were several times where they literally were playing music so loudly that I actually think it was damaging our hearing. It was like painfully loud, like we were putting our fingers over our ears. A couple places that I can think of were at the main stage show at the Aqua Theater show last night was really bad. That was way too loud, and I swear they're going to be damaging those performers' hearing. And then, like, in the dining room tonight, they were playing music really loudly to, like, celebrate the staff and stuff, and it was way, way too loud. And so there were just a few times like that where it was too loud, and then, like, dangerously loud. And then along with that was sometimes the people, because of the vibe on the ship, were too loud. Like just now there was a kid screaming at the top of his lungs, and Megan actually said something to the kids, said, "Hey kids, can we not scream like that?" Because it was really disruptive to everyone around him. And just, so just loudness. If you're not up for that, or you want to have to, you might be able to avoid it, but it's going to be tricky to try to avoid the noise and the noise level. And then the third worst thing that we would say about this cruise was Utopia of the Seas seems to have sort of an identity crisis. I don't think that Royal Caribbean had actually decided on how they wanted to market this ship to people until right before they launched the first cruise. Because there were a lot of people like me who booked this cruise way long time ago when the cruises were first announced and they first went on sale, like more than a year ago. And they definitely were not marketing it then the way they're marketing it now. They're marketing it now as the world's biggest weekend, and they're definitely marketing it with a specific party vibe and kind of sort of straight on trying to compete with Carnival. And it has some of that, but you also definitely get the sense on board that there's a whole bunch of people here that that's not what they were expecting. My understanding, and I was even talking to one of the crew members about it, was that their intention with this ship was to just offer another Oasis class ship with shorter itineraries so that people with less vacation time or people with a lower budget could try an Oasis class ship out and see how they liked it. Not that it necessarily was going to be a party ship. So they added the whole party ship thing like at the last minute. And I don't think that was necessarily a good move, because I could definitely sense that there were a lot of people on this sailing, including us, who were not expecting that. And in fact, when I saw that marketing in the last couple weeks before our trip, and I saw a couple of the initial YouTubers' reviews of this ship, I got really apprehensive and was regretting booking this ship. I was like, oh, did I make a terrible mistake by booking this? And there's definitely a lot of stuff that we're not participating in. There's a whole bunch of party stuff, and we pretty much avoided the top decks altogether, especially during the day. So that's something weird. I think Royal Caribbean needs to get a better handle on that, and maybe kind of, I don't know how to deal with all these people that booked it far in advance and were expecting a similar Oasis class ship experience to the other ships, just shorter, and didn't really get that. So they kind of need to reconcile that somehow. But there you go. That's our 3 best and 3 worst things from this cruise. I'm going to have a lot more content coming from our Utopia of the Seas cruise and our trip to Walt Disney World that we took the week before. So please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of that upcoming content. Give this video a like if you got something out of it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone, and safe travels.